Hello everyone, today we are going to review the group assessment completed on the business analytics fundamental topic. We will analyze the sales data which we have and provide the detailed insights out of it. So as you can see on screen, we have this sales data which is bifurcated at different levels. So we have the sales information available at product ID, product description, then at store level, location level, category level and product level as well. Along with this, we have another set of information which is related to the cost. What was the unit price, how much quantity we have sold, what was the discount which were offered, what was the actual revenue and the gross profit generated. Along with this, we have another file which is the location file where we have the mapping available like the city code, and against that what is the state code. Based on the state code, we have mapping with respect to region, then based on the region code we have the region names. Okay, so now this information is very helpful when you analyze any data and provide the insights maybe around the sales by region, sales by city, sales by state, etc. So as you can see here, I have highlighted 4 columns in green, and this information is populated from the location mapping file which I shown to you earlier, and this was through the simple lookup. Now let's go to the assessment question which we have. So let's start from the first question. The first question is, what is the maximum longitude and it belongs to which state? Now we have used Power BI to answer all these questions. So here as you can see, we have identified, or we have got this number using the bar chart, and for that what we have done, on the y-axis we took state, and on the x-axis we took maximum of longitude, right? So from this what we got, that New York State was having maximum longitude of 43.05, the simple one, and the screenshot is provided with the detailed explanation. The second question is, how much is the total gross margin for each state in 2017? Now here we need to understand two things. One is the 2017 and another thing is the total gross margin. So first we need to calculate the gross margin, right? So for that what we have done, we have created a measure in Power BI itself, and this is how we created it. We simply divided gross profit by sales revenue and multiplied it by 100 to get the gross margin percentage. Okay, now benefit of adding the measure is that it is dynamic in nature and it gets sliced with respect to the filters applied. Okay, so now what we have done, we created this graph which providing the gross margin percentage with respect to state. We simply filtered it by the year. We selected the date range of 1st Jan 2017 till 31st December 2017, and New Mexico is the city having a maximum gross margin which is 54.1. The next question, question number 3, is how much is the maximum discount and by which store? We have seen the discount information in the data, discount percentage and the total discount. So we have created a simple bar graph here just to understand how much was the discount offered by which store, and we created this simply based on the value. Okay, so as we can see here, that ST788 offered maximum discount of around $21,000. Now here, this one of the reason might be that for this particular store the sales might be higher, and that's why the discount numbers looks on a higher side. Let's go to the next question, that is question number 4. Which city has maximum sales price in 2017 and how much? Again, this is very specific. We need to evaluate the data for this particular period, that is 2017, and again we created this line graph, and what we observed here, that Agwem is the city with highest revenue, highest sales price, that is 56,978, around 57,000. Let's go to the next question. The next question is again related to the earlier one. Now whatever city which we identified, the question is for which product they had maximum revenue. So we created this particular chart. Now what we have done here, we simply applied the filter of the city which we identified earlier. We applied the filter of specific period, again 2017, and what we understood here is that gloves contribute 29% of theirs. Gloves is the product which is having maximum sales for that particular period and in Agwam city. So description, explanation has been provided. Next question is for the product in question 4, which year it has the highest original sales price. So now here we identified the product is shoes, right? So what we have done, we simply checked the product was gloves. So here we checked like what was the trend of gloves across the years, right? So what we understood is in 2016 gloves had maximum revenue of around $256,000. Let's go to the next question. Which product category has the highest fixed price in 2016? How much was it in total? So we tried to get the answer through this approach. So when we say the fixed price, we considered here as the unit price, okay, and we took max of unit price to understand what was the maximum fixed price for any particular product in that category. Okay, so what we understood here, all these three categories, apparel, camping and household, was having maximum unit price for any of their products, which was $6.11 per unit. But household generated maximum revenue of around 0.5 million USD. Let's go to the next question. Question number 8. Which month had the lowest gross margin and in which year? So if you remember, initially we calculated the gross margin. So using simple table chart, here we can easily see that March 2017 was having lowest gross margin of 26.14%. Last two questions are related to the gross profit. So the first question is like in which year there was lowest gross profit and which product was having lowest gross profit for that particular year. So here we have created two graphs which will help us to answer both of 9th and 10th question. So from here we analyze or we identified 2017 was the year with lowest gross profit, which is around $123,000, and for the 2017 Rain Jacket was having lowest gross profit, which is 321. Last question is around the gross profit only, but the question is in which year it was highest and because of which product. So here we can see 2016 was having highest gross profit around $288,000, and here if you will see nails is the product category or product basically contributing maximum with $102,000. So that is the answer of last question. Thank you.
Parts considering the important key to get the key insights out of the data. The first step or the first dashboard is the sales overview, and the second will be the gross profit overview, and third will be the discount overview. Let's quickly go through the sales overview dashboard which we have created. Now this dashboard provides insights into the sales and or you can say data revenue and quantity for the 3 years of period. As we can clearly see here, 2016 contributes or generated maximum revenue around $1 million, and the quantity sold was also higher side, which is around 0.4 million quantities. Then we have the second graph which provides the insights into the revenue by region. As we can clearly see here, South and West contributes around 52% of the revenue. Also, we created a bar graph and this particular pie chart to understand the bifurcation of the revenue with respect to product, description and category. Now here again we can see nails contributing maximum of the total revenue. Then we have other products, boots, gloves, etc. And when we talk about the category, household and apparel, these two categories only contribute almost 98% of the total revenue generated. Also, when we see the sales by the state, we can see here that California contributes around 12.5% of the total revenue, and the top 8 states, they are contributing around 50% of the total revenue generated. The last graph is very important, which provides insights or the trend, how exactly the sales or revenue and the quantity sold against with respect to the month across the years. January 2016 was the peak month with the revenue of 1,33,000 USD, and the quantity sold were around 55,000. But this trend will not followed later because in January 2017 the values got dropped. January 2016 to January 2017 there was a decrease in the sales. We have seen some spikes here. This dashboard is dynamic. We have provided the filters and slicers as well. If you want to look into any specific category, specific year, you can simply filter those numbers using the slicers provided. One of the example, very quick example. For example, if you want to see what exactly happened in 2017, here we can clearly see the trends, the numbers with respect to 2017. Thank you.
Let's go through one of the key aspect of our data, that is the gross profit. And this dashboard is providing the detailed insights around the gross profit. Since 2016 to 2018, 2.05 million. And the total gross profit which was there is around $603,000. If you will see the gross profit by year, the total sales 2016 generated maximum gross profit because the sales for 2016 was highest across as compared to other 2 years. In 2016, the total gross profit generated was around $288,000. Then 2017, we have seen the decrease because there was a decrease in sales as well. Again, sales numbers which we have seen earlier, South and West region, they contribute again highest when it comes to generating maximum profit. And when we talk about the product also, nails contributing around 37% of the total gross profit generated. Then we have the boots as the product generating 23% of the total gross profit. Here if you see these two products, nails and boots, they are contributing 60% to the total gross profit. This graph is very important because this showcases the insights into the gross profit and the gross margin against the category. Household category generating maximum gross profit, which is $326,000. Then we have April, $269,000. And this again is in line with the sales number which we have seen earlier. But if you see the gross margin, we have gross margin of 29%, which is low amongst the 4 categories for household, and the maximum was for camping. But again, if you see the total sales for the camping category, it's very less. Now we have this graph which is providing the insights into gross margin. Gross margin with respect to the product. Now this is the gross margin details. As we can see here, TARP is the product having maximum average gross margin of 31.21%. Maximum average gross margin generated is from this particular product, wherein for nails, because nails, as we have seen earlier, nails and boots are having highest gross profit generated, highest sales, etc. But if you see the gross margin, nails generated around 29% of gross margin and boots around 30%. The last graph is also very important. Sales, one which we have here, we have shown the trend with respect to months, like how much was the total sales revenue, how much was the quantity sold, and the total gross profit generated. And as you can see here, this is more in line with our sales and quantity sold number. Wherever you will see the sales has been increased, the total gross profit will look increased because it is again directly proportional to sales or revenue numbers.
Earlier, we have seen the insights into our sales and gross profit. The third dashboard which we have prepared is around the discount, which is a very important component when it comes to the actual revenue, the gross profit, gross margin. As we can see here, the total sales for the period was around 2 million US dollars, but the original sales price for products was 2.81 million. So we can clearly see around $750,000 of discount was offered. Now here we have created a different graphs and charts to provide insights into the discounting part. So here we have this trend chart which provides the insights into the yearly trend of original price against the revenue and what was the total discount offered. So here we can clearly see For 2016, it was the maximum discount around $353,000 because, as we know, the revenue for 2016 was highest as compared to 2017 to 2018, and hence the discount numbers are also on the higher side. Then we have two graphs, discount by product and discount by category, right? As we have seen earlier, nails, boots, specifically from household and apparel category, they are having the maximum revenue, right? And that's why the discount for these categories are also high. But the important thing here is to understand what was the average discount offered with respect to the product. So here if you'll see the maximum average discount for boots category, which is around 21.25% or 24%, wherein nails is having 20.78%. The lowest is for top, which is 19.70%. So from here we can clearly see that the average discount offered across the product is lies between 20% to 21.5%. The most important graph is this one, the discount by respective stores, right? So here we can clearly see ST788 offered maximum discount of 21.5 thousand US dollars or 21,000 or 21,400 US dollars. If I click on this particular store, I can clearly see the maximum discount offered for nails and boots. And if you will see the average discount offered, so for nails, this store offered average discount of 26.52%, which was highest. Then we have the bucket with average discount offered was around 19.81%. If I go to the last two charts, we have the discount by state, from which the state the maximum discount was offered. So California is there. It may be because of the sales of California or revenue generated from California is highest, and that's why the number shows accordingly here. So if I click on California, I can clearly see these are the stores, the top right, which have seen ST788 is part of a California state. And then we can see the average discount, and then we can also have the maximum discount percent through the graph. And so maximum discount is the maximum percent discount offered for any of the product during this period, right? Nails, there might be scenario where for nails maximum 65% of discount was offered, right? Then when the lowest was for top, which was offered around 50% of the discount, right? So if I click here, I can clearly see in California the average discount offered for boots is 21%, but in some scenario, maximum discount offered was 51.92%. So these are the insights into the discounting. Thank you so much.